When you choose a location for an apiary, what do you look at first? Black locust? Meadow? Yield per hectare? How many kilograms of honey does the terrain produce in an average year? If that is your order, you are asking the wrong first question. The real question is, where is the water? How far is it? Is it stable in August? What happens when the temperature rises above 30 degrees Celsius? Do bees continue collecting nectar? No. At that moment, the fight for brood thermoregulation begins. The core of the hive must remain at 34.5 to 35 degrees Celsius. If a bee must fly 1 kilometer for water just to maintain that temperature, how much honey is lost that day? How many foraging cycles are reduced? How many wings wear out faster? Water is not just a biological need. Water is a logistical parameter. Water is an energy cost. Water is a location filter. Today, we analyze water as a strategic factor that determines whether forage potential becomes yield or loss. Before we continue, a brief reminder of the previous episode. Climate and microclimate of the apiary, invisible conditions that determine success. In that episode, we analyzed wind, humidity, terrain exposure, and micro-location differences that are not visible to the naked eye, but directly affect colony stability. Today, we continue that analysis. If microclimate is the invisible condition, water is its active element. Microclimate creates pressure. Water enables response. Now we move to physiology and energy mathematics. A bee colony functions as a superorganism with strict homeostasis. The central brood area must maintain a temperature between 34.5 and 35 degrees Celsius, not 1 degree higher, not 1 degree lower. When the external temperature rises, bees bring in water and distribute it in micro droplets along the edges of the comb. By fanning their wings, they cause evaporation. This is evaporative cooling, an energy-demanding but necessary mechanism. At that moment, the colony's priority shifts. Foragers that would normally collect nectar are redirected to water transport. Without water, there is no cooling. Without cooling, there is no stable brood. Without stable brood, there is no production strength. In addition to thermoregulation, water is essential for larval nutrition. Honey is dense and hygroscopic. To be used in brood food preparation, it must be diluted with water. If water intake is insufficient, egg-laying intensity decreases. The colony enters stagnation at the very moment it should be expanding. The needs are quantitatively measurable. A strong production colony in peak summer consumes between 200 and 500 milliliters of water per day. In extreme conditions, that consumption can exceed 1 liter per hive per day. An apiary of 20 colonies, 10 to 20 liters per day. An apiary of 50 colonies, 25 to 50 liters per day, every single day, during the hottest part of the season. If this analysis is useful to you, support the channel, leave a like, because the numbers we are analyzing here change the way you think about location. Write in the comments, how far is your water source from your apiary? Do you have a natural source, or do you use a controlled watering system? Follow the channel if you want systematic, technical beekeeping analysis without myths and without romanticism. Now we continue with the energy calculation. Every worker bee has a limited number of flights during her lifetime. This is not abstract biology. It is energy mathematics. If the water source is 100 meters away, the cost is minimal. At 300 meters, the cost becomes significant. Above 500 meters, we enter a zone of increased energy load. If the source is 1 kilometer away, every flight for water represents 1 less flight to forage. Let us take an operational example. An apiary of 50 colonies. Average need of 0.5 liters per colony per day. That equals 25 liters of water per day. 25 kilograms of mass that must be transported through the air. What happens if that load is 1 kilometer away? Energy cost increases. The number of nectar collection cycles decreases. Worker lifespan shortens. Total yield declines. Rich forage without accessible water is not an advantage. It is unrealized potential. The energy efficiency zone lies within a radius of up to 300 meters. A radius of 300 to 500 meters is acceptable. Beyond that, risk increases. Not all water is equally attractive to bees. Bees show a preference for warmer, slightly mineralized, and organically enriched water compared to cold, sterile well water. That is why we place moss, tree bark, floating twigs, or stones that protrude from the water into the watering system. The bee must have footing. An open water surface represents a risk. A significant number of individuals may drown. In early spring, when intensive brood development begins, a minimal amount of sea salt may be added, just enough for the water to become slightly mineralized. No more. Minerals during that period participate in tissue building and colony strengthening. A small correction in the starting phase can have a significant impact on the initial strength of the colony. This is not a laboratory formula. This is precise beekeeping practice. Surface water near agricultural areas may contain dissolved nitrates and pesticide residues. Long-term exposure to such sources may contribute to weakened colony resistance and shortened worker lifespan. Another risk is conflict with the environment. Bees are creatures of habit. Once a flight line is formed, it remains fixed in their orientation system throughout their life. If the first discovered source is the neighbor's swimming pool, it becomes almost impossible to redirect them later. The question is simple. Will you control the water, or will water control your apiary? A controlled watering system must be installed before the first spring flight. When selecting a location, apply 3 elimination criteria. Distance of the water source, optimally within 300 to 500 meters. Seasonal stability. The source must be reliable in August. Safety and controllability, outside the reach of pesticides and potential conflict. If a natural source does not meet these conditions, installing a watering system is not optional. It is a technological imperative. Water is not a secondary factor. It is the strategic anchor of the apiary. Secure the water, and the bees will secure the yield. In the next episode, you will watch EP05, Honey Flora around the apiary. We continue the analysis of local resources that determine the real production potential of your location.